Welcome to Anafram Market Perspectives.
Anafram Market Perspectives, Friday, August 8th, 2025. Hello and welcome back to Anafram Market Perspectives. It's Friday, August 8th, 2025. This week served up a whirlwind of policy uncertainty, AI-fueled optimism, and big corporate moves. From a historic legal battle over Trump's tariffs to gold surging amid fears of economic slowdown, the markets danced to a complex tune. Let's walk through the highlights. S&P 500 weekly recap. The S&P 500 finished up plus 0.23% this week, managing to claw back some strength after last week's sharp drop. That rebound came despite conflicting macro signals and legal tension surrounding trade policy. Leaders of the week, Apple, AAPL, surged plus 6.00%, driven by renewed optimism around demand in China and potential tariff exemptions for U.S. manufacturers. Palantir, PLTR, jumped plus 15.06%, bolstered by a record $1 billion quarter in bullish AI prospects. Tesla, TSLA, climbed plus 4.54%, following news of a $30 billion retention deal for Elon Musk. Laggards, Amazon, AMZN, dropped negative 4.69%, facing margin pressures despite solid sales. Microsoft, MSFT, dipped minus 2.37%, weighed down by macro risk rotation. Eli Lilly, LLY, tumbled a staggering minus 13.40%, as investors took profits despite strong fundamentals. Amid mixed earnings from the likes of AMD, AIRBIRB, and LYFT, the tech sector remained buoyant overall, thanks to AI enthusiasm and tariff carve-outs that favor U.S.-based production. Trump tariffs. Legal uncertainty grows this week's top headline. The U.S. Court of Appeals for the Federal Circuit grilled the Trump administration over its sweeping use of the International Emergency Economic Powers Act, IEEPA, to justify unilateral tariffs. What's at stake? Judges questioned whether IEEPA, which doesn't explicitly mention tariffs, truly gives the president such wide-ranging authority. At issue, whether Trump's Liberation Day tariffs, many of which are indefinite and cover nearly all U.S. trading partners, violate Congress's exclusive power to manage duties and taxes. The court has not yet ruled, but legal analysts warn a decision against Trump could invalidate recent trade deals and reshape presidential authority in global commerce. Trade map turbulence. India now faces a punishing 50% tariff, accused by Trump of profiting from Russian oil. Switzerland is fighting a 39% duty, sending their finance minister to Washington uninvited. New semiconductor tariffs of up to 100% were announced, but exempt companies with U.S. production plans like Apple, TSMC, and Samsung, sparking tech optimism. While markets cheered exemptions, the threat of tariffs on all chip-enabled products still looms. Meanwhile, rumors of a Trump-Putin summit and possible trilateral talks with Zelensky added geopolitical heat. Economic data recap. Amid all the noise, this week's economic indicators painted a picture of moderate resilience and mounting pressure. United States, factory orders, June, fell sharply minus 4.8%, down from plus 8.3%, a warning signal. Trade balance, June, improved to negative 60.2 billion, showing easing import pressures. Services PMI, July, soared to 55.7, while non-manufacturing employment dipped to 46.4, reflecting hiring caution. Productivity, Q2, rebounded to plus 2.4%, and unit labor costs decelerated to plus 1.6%, signaling softening wage inflation. Jobless claims rose slightly, with initial at 226,000 and continuing at 1.974 million. Global highlights. China's exports surged plus 7.2% year over year, while imports grew plus 4.1%, beating expectations. Eurozone PMIs held steady above 50. UK's BOE cut rates to 4.0%, citing fragile economic momentum. Mexico's inflation cooled to 3.51% year over year, while holding rates steady at 7.75%. And notably, OPEC Plus announced a 547,000 barrel per day output increase starting in September, a strategic pivot to regain market share with unclear consequences for oil prices. VIX Volatility Index. The VIX settled at 17.70, reflecting a cautiously anxious market tone. Volatility remains subdued by historical standards, but the legal uncertainty, tariff escalations, and Fed transition drama keep risk sentiment simmering. Markets are bracing for surprises as tariff rulings, geopolitical events, and central bank appointments unfold in the coming weeks. Bonus section, ETF and stock picks review. Let's revisit the picks from our Monday outlook. The technology sector, ETF, XLK, Uber, UBER, and Eli Lilly, LLY. ETF, XLK, Technology Select Sector, SPDR, closed at 263.34, up by 0.49%. Ichimoku, price reclaimed the cloud, suggesting potential breakout. MACD, still slightly bearish, but a crossover may be forming. Outlook, watch closely. Tech strength plus tariff carve-outs favor more upside if momentum holds. Uber Technologies, Uber, closed at 92.69, up 1.17%. Q2 earnings, 12.65 billion revenue, up 18% year over year. Beat forecasts. Buyback news announced $20 billion repurchase, boosting investor confidence. Ichimoku, bullish breakout confirmed. MACD, strong upward momentum. Outlook remains one of the most compelling momentum trades of the week. Eli Lilly, LLY, closed at $640.86, down 0.56%. Post-earnings drift continues to struggle after a major sell-off last week. Ichimoku, firmly below cloud with resistance overhead. MACD, deep in negative territory. Outlook, high-quality company, but technicals point to more downside risk. Not yet a buy-the-dip candidate. Investor takeaways. Let's wrap with 3 key insights from this week's action. 1. The Trump trade doctrine is on trial. The fate of reciprocal tariffs and national emergency powers could be reshaped by the courts. Markets are watching closely. 2. The AI-driven tech rally has legs, if tariffs don't derail it. Companies like Palantir, Apple, and Uber are delivering growth, but uncertainty remains a constant. 3rd, macro data is mixed, but not recessionary. Strong services growth and moderating labor costs point to stability, though the manufacturing slowdown is a concern. That's all for this week's Anafram Market Perspectives. We'll see you on Monday for your pre-market script, new earnings outlooks, and fresh ETF stock picks. Until then, stay informed, stay prepared, and stay ahead.
Thanks for watching. If you found this valuable, hit subscribe and share this with others. See you next time on Anafram Market Perspectives.